Hey, good afternoon. Happy Friday, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Wynn. I am the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Today, we're going to talk about if you are a solo practitioner, realtor, sales rep, brand ambassador, or small business owner. If that's you and you're listening or watching this video or listening to this podcast today, and you want to build your brand in 2019, what should you focus on? And this is it. It really boils down to, in 2019, we are going to build the foundation for how the internet is going to discover you and your brand. Because really, what's really going to happen this year is we are going to feel and see the impacts of AI. The artificial intelligence that is built into search engines like Google, the AI that's part of the voice search platforms is going to have a huge impact, and it literally scours the internet, which includes video, social media posts, blog posts, podcasts. I mean, just about any format of digital media. It's looking for, analyzing, and associating that information with relative queries where people are looking for more information, products, and or services that they want to purchase. So in 2019, if you're looking backwards at 2018 or 17 and 16 and what you put out, I think what you're going to find is we're not putting out enough content. I think that a fair estimate would be you would need about 1,000 pieces of new content over the next 364 days, or through the end of 2019, to really firmly establish your brand when it comes to the wide mass of the internet. It's not going to be enough just to do search engine optimization. It's not going to be enough to just do one thing or the other. You're really not. Now, if there's any value out there, I think the greatest value when it comes to paid media right now, for literally pennies on the dollar, we're talking 3, 4, 5 cents per transaction, Facebook ad placement and Instagram stories by far are definitely the best value. Now, that's not going to be for all time, but it is for right now. It is really the greatest value. So how would you put together 1,000 pieces of content? Well, it really just starts by taking a bite, one media platform at a time. Think about this for a minute, guys. What do we like to do? We consume things in 3 basic ways. We either read it, we either watch it, or we listen to it, right? I mean, so when I'm at home, sometimes I might put on a YouTube video and listen to, a speaker or a business forecaster or, other marketing professionals, and listen to, and I have it in the background. Sometimes I, fire up my Amazon device and I tell her to play my favorite podcast. So the results that come back from those voice searches or from those devices is going to be predicated upon the volume, the amount of content that you are publishing on a daily basis. And then, as we've talked before, wanting to make sure that you leverage your ad spend against those interests in very segmented groups. So, I mean, that's really key. So if our basic core behavior is to watch, listen, or read, then think about your business and your value proposition and your interest and your passion, and create content around that. I mean, guys, we are so, our BS meters right now are just through the roof. Like, we can see it so clearly and hear it so clearly. So when you're telling your truth, the thing that you believe in, the product or service that you offer, whether you're a realtor or a brand ambassador or a small business owner, when you talk about in the daily context of what you're doing, that really comes across in an authentic way, And people want to hear about that. I think when you look at the success of the different reality TV programs, whether it's, Big Brother or, like on the Discovery Channel, the Mystery of Oak Island, as these guys are digging for gold. I mean, there's so many different programs. And I think that's another thing. We talked about this earlier in the week. We need to shift away from that TV commercial mentality and move forward into this sort of storytelling narrative that happens every day. We're fascinated with the real world and how people interact and engage and use various products and services to make their life better. So, think about that. Fire up your video, fire up your podcast. This device, guys, right? This is the key. This is all you really need to create 1,000 pieces of content in 2019. It's very simple. There's so many apps out there. Your phone has the ability to record a really nice video. I mean, look how much money Apple has spent trying to tell you that their phone can take amazing photos and videos, and they're right, and so can Android. So, don't be paralyzed by, oh my gosh, 1,000 pieces of content, Michael, there's no way I can do that. Well, yeah, there is. If you commit to doing it every day, I spend 10 minutes or 9 minutes doing these little video podcasts to share with you guys some ideas and inspirations about how to build your brand and get your message out there. Because that's what I do day in and day out, and I believe in it. And I've seen businesses grow who have implemented these strategies. Now, it may take you an entire year, it may take you an entire 2019 of getting to this level, but I guarantee you that it will pay off in the end, because you will have a mass amount of people who are following your specific story about your brand, your product or services, and find value in it. And I think that is really key in 2019. Again, for those of you who haven't seen the Netflix show Travelers, I love that story. It's about that AI that kind of scours the internet and knows how to preemptively disrupt decisions and ideas to make for a better future. And they have this team of guys that go out and do it, the special forces team. But anyway, on that tangent, I think it really does speak to the world that we're going into in 2019, where Google and Amazon and many of the other third-party platforms that are recording data are gathering this information. And when we query these platforms, the results that come to us from those queries, from those search requests, is going to be based on the amount of volume and amount of information that's out there. So if you think you can put something up once a week or once a month or a couple times a month, it's not going to be enough. It's not. The cool thing is, as a small solo practitioner or individual, you have the ability, you have the platform to go up against the big boys, because you know what? They're stuck in the traditional way, in the status quo. They're going to continue to crank out, a single commercial, and put it on the big game and hope that that's going to, make their boat sail. But I want to encourage you guys, there is a document that gives you a very practical application of what I'm talking about. And if you go to bit.ly, that's bit.ly/86 pages, Gary Vaynerchuk put together an incredible document that really shows you what this looks like to go long format, short format, micro format, video, and all the different formats, and really gives you a visual of how to go through that. So again, I'll put that link in the comments as well as on our blog so you can grab that, but it's bit.ly/86 pages. That could be a roadmap for you in 2019 of how you can get to 1,000 pieces of content in 2019 to help lift your brand, help grow your business. Because at the end of the day, guys, that's how we win. As small business owners, that's how we're going to win. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great week. Looking forward to the big game this weekend. And again, my name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you next week.